Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Flathead Valley in northwestern Montana, Glacier Bank Park, the site for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today the Glacier Range Riders take on the Great Falls Voyagers in Game 2 of a 6-game series here at Glacier Bank Park. Game 1 was an exciting one last night as the Range Riders just found a way to escape the Great Falls Voyagers with a 9-8 victory and cement the best start in franchise history. Never before have the Range Riders started 6-1. It is uncharted territory for the Range Riders in their 5th season. The Voyagers struck first in the second inning. Trey Cruz had an RBI single before former Range Rider Antonio Barranca had a 2-run home run to left field, which gave the Voyagers a 3-0 lead early, but it was a 6-run bottom of the second that the Range Riders took control of the contest. Kyle Ashworth had a 3 RBI double, and Logan Beard sent a bomb over the left field fence, and just like that, 6-3, Voyagers tied it up, but then it was a 3-run inning for the Range Riders that cemented the lead. They would never give it up after that, but it got close. At Harry, in the end, 9-8 lead. Jack Maruskin comes in and locks it down for his second save of the season. Longshore, Zach Longshore got the win for the Range Riders. He allowed 6 runs on 8 hits over 5 innings, struck out 6. Jordan Hamburg took the loss. Hasty and Bustamante had key innings of relief, limiting the damage, while it was the patience again for the Range Riders at the plate. 10 walks in the win. This continues to be the top on-base percentage team in the PBL. We'll take a quick break and come back with the starting lineups. Don't touch that dial. We got Pioneer League Baseball coming up very shortly from Glacier Bank Park.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth. Scott Gladstone with you. Let's go over the starting lineups for today's game. First for the home side, announced under manager Todd Pratt, the Glacier Range Riders line up as follows. It is J.D. McLaughlin leading off once again with that .333 batting average. Logan Beard, one of last night's heroes, bats second, and he will play second base. Carson Garner is the third baseman. Jake Millen will play first base and bat cleanup in the lineup. Jacob Steele bats fifth, Donovan Ratfield sixth, and the bottom 3 are Carson Horning, Tommy Rover, and Kyle Ashworth. Jake Covey gets the start on the bump. We'll talk more about him, obviously, throughout the contest. A 1-0 record for him. On the other side, the visiting team, the Great Falls Voyagers, announced under manager Sean Ripe. It's Aiden Renahan leading it off for the Voyagers. Vincent Temesbury will bat second. Tommy Speck third. Ethan Ott will bat fourth. Kyle Schmack fifth. Trey Cruz sixth. The bottom 3 are Anthony Swenda, Antonio Barranca, and Dylan Wanat. Esteban Hernandez is the starting pitcher for this squad. out of Great Falls, Montana. He had a good start his last time out. We'll take one more quick break. When we come back, we will have first pitch from Glacier Bank Park. Don't touch that dial.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. The starting lineup just read live in stadium. RPA announcer Jesse Nelson. And now we turn it over to the field where you can listen to our national anthem sang live in the stadium by the Glacier Echoes Choir, which is the honors choir from just down the road at Glacier High School right here in the Flathead Valley. We'll turn it over to the Echoes Choir for our national anthem.
Tonight's anthem will be performed by the Glacier High School Echoes under the direction of Katie Sherman. Glacier Echoes are the top-level choir at Glacier High, comprised of roughly 16 audition singers who dedicate themselves to rehearsing and performing advanced, dynamic choral music. At this time, please rise if you are able and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
The Glacier Echoes Choir from Glacier High School right here in the Flathead Valley, bringing us to first pitch with a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. A reminder, the Voyagers starting lineup: Brad Ahentem is very Speck, Ochmak Cruz, Swenda, Baranka, and Wanat. The defense for the Glacier Range Riders out on the field is as follows. Behind Covey, it's an infield made up of Carson Garner at third base, Jacob Steele at short, Logan Beard is the second baseman, and Jake Millen will play at first base. Donovan Ratfield is the catcher, catching the balls and strikes from Jake Covey. And in the outfield from left to right, it is Carson Horning, J.D. McLaughlin, and Kyle Ashworth. Just one defensive kind of swap around as we look at the adjustments from last game. It is Horning into the lineup, which takes the DH spot, moving from where it was yesterday with Singer to Tommy Rover, who's the DH today. And that means from first to third goes Carson Garner, from left field to first goes Jake Millen, and from out of the lineup to in the lineup goes Carson Horning. Jake Covey, phenomenal start in his first ever appearance as a professional for the 24-year-old out of Costa Mesa, California. Played in the California Summer Collegiate League most recently, but the Concordia Irvine product. Man, I mean, he spun a gem, really. You could call it that. 6 innings, just 1 earned run against him, 6 hits allowed, had 7 punchies and no walks against this Great Falls Voyagers squad last Thursday night to help the Range Riders finish off what was a very good Thursday night victory, 8-1 over these Voyagers at Voyager Stadium in Great Falls. Range Riders versus the Voyagers here in the Flathead Valley as Covey prepares to get us underway. First pitch missing downstairs. Count goes to 1-0. We're underway at 6:37 p.m. First pitch, a ball. As that one misses outside as well. 2-0. 80 degrees and sunny on a beautiful day. It feels like we're in the middle of summer already. 2-0 pitch into Redahan. Delivered back up the middle for a base knock from Aiden Redahan, one of the top batters on this squad. This is a Great Falls squad that's very top-heavy in general. I mean, they got guys like Redahan, Tommy Specht up top, Ott, who's swinging a pretty good bat. And then after those top 4 or so, you look and it's pretty inconsistent at 5 through 9 in the lineup. They're still trying to piece together a full starting 9, but 1 through 4 have been pretty solid. Up comes Vincent Temesferi as this pitch goes upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Home plate umpire tonight is Dylan Collins, Ryan Starks at first base, and Tony Prater, the third base ump. This one skips way down in the dirt. Covey's kind of all over the place right now. Fell behind in the count with two pretty uncompetitive pitches in the first at-bat versus Redahan. And none of those were particularly close from Covey either. Redahan now moves to second base. 5 stolen bases yesterday for the Voyagers as a whole. But they were caught thrice, including a key caught stealing in the 9th inning. This one delivered in the zone, called strike. Count goes to 2-1. Range Riders tied for first place in the Pioneer League coming into this contest with a 6-1 record. 4 of those 6 wins coming against the Great Falls Voyagers. Fouled off, count goes to 2-2. Covey right now touching around lower 90s. I see one that came in at 93 from Jake Covey. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, top of the first inning. Redahan on second with good wheels. And it is called strike 3. Temesferi turned down by way of the K. The 8th strikeout of the season for Covey puts 1 out on the board. Tommy Specht steps up to the board. Left-hander. And that one misses down near his foot. Another kind of wild first pitch from Covey. well liked on the team. All my interactions with Jake Covey have been phenomenal. Very positive energy from the right-hander. Going to need some more positivity as once again he falls behind 2-0 in the count. He worked it back with Temesvari. Have a couple shakes to the head from Covey as he walks back to the pitcher's mound. The 2-0 pitch coming in. Fouled off. Range Riders rocking the home whites today. White tops, white bottoms, green numbering on the back, as well as green Range Riders across the front. Primary word logo across with the numbering on the front being red. Voyagers, gray pants with the red tops. 2-1. Hit on the ground towards first. Fielded by Millen. And he taps the bag himself for 2 gone. Redahan moves up 90 feet. He goes to third on the ground out, unassisted to first base. Ethan Ott now stepping to the plate. Big opportunity for Ott, righty on righty matchup. Ott, a product that finished his career with the University of New Mexico. Phenomenal 16 home runs in his senior season with New Mexico last spring. That was a great block by Ratfield, by the way, that probably saved a run. We'll see if it ends up mattering. Obviously, a base knock is going to easily bring in Redahan from third. The 1-0 pitch. Downstairs, and all 4 batters. Covey has fallen behind 2-0. Not doing himself any favors with that first pitch strike percentage. Certainly keeping batters on their toes with some of the wildness. The 2-0 pitch. Popped up, sky high. Millen looking for it at first base. And eventually makes the catch. It's an adventurous pop out for out number 3. And the Range Riders find a way to get out of the jam. Runner on second with no outs, but Covey's wildness has reined in just enough to entice the Voyagers for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back to the broadcast booth as we meet Esteban Hernandez. The defense behind him is Antonio Barranca catching the balls and strikes. He is the catcher, while Swenda is at third. Trey Cruz is the shortstop. Aiden Redahan at second base. Ethan Ott over at first base. The outfield from left to right is Kyle Schmack, Vincent Temesvari, and Dylan Wanat. Esteban Hernandez again as the starting pitcher as he prepares to fire the first pitch into J.D. McLaughlin. It is a ball outside. And the count goes to 1-0. J.D. McLaughlin on the season, batting .333, had a leadoff double last night. That was his third double of the season. Pitch misses upstairs. The count goes to 1-0. excuse me, 2-0. Hernandez, starting pitcher out of Yuma, Arizona. Finished up his collegiate career with the University of Illinois at Springfield, D2 squad. Swing and a miss by JD. And the count goes to 2-1. Seven RBIs. As there's a swing and a miss. 6 RBIs, actually. And 5 runs scored for JD. In the dirt, we go 3-2. Range Rider patient as ever. 4 innings pitched against the Range Riders last Wednesday night for Esteban Hernandez, their starting pitcher. 2.25 ERA. 4 innings pitched. 1 run against him, but he did have 8 walks. He survived a lot of scary moments. As there's a ball outside, and his 9th walk of the season is issued to McLaughlin. Up steps Logan Beard.
Number 29, Logan Beard.
Logan Beard, 3-run blast. Talked with Lauren Hill, our sideline reporter there in the stadium after the game, and was quick and often to thank the fans, show a big shout out of appreciation for the energy in the stadium. A called strike, and the count goes to 0-1 on Beard. 92 on the gut from Hernandez. Pickoff attempt over to first base. McLaughlin's back in safely. Ott over there applied the tag, but well late. 2 pickoff attempts allowed, just like the MLB. And now JD's running. Pitch outside. The throw in did not get him. JD McLaughlin into second base safely. Stolen bag. Count goes to 1-1. Range Riders have an opportunity with the runner in scoring position. You could tell Hernandez last week, obviously, his clutch pitching skill level was very high, walking the tightrope in his 4 innings, but only allowing 1 earned run despite a bevy of base runners. That's a ball upstairs that might have missed, but it was called a strike. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch coming into Logan Beard, the 1-2. Swung on, carrying to right center field, backing up, and it will one-hop up and over the wall. It's a ground rule double for Logan Beard, and JD McLaughlin crosses home plate. Range Riders lead 1-0. 387 feet. Beautiful one-hopper to get over the fence. And Beard, after a 3 RBI blast last night and another one that nearly left the yard. That one does leave the yard, but after a hop, it doesn't count the same. Still 2 bases, and the Range Riders an early edge. Up steps Carson Garner, batting out of the 3-hole. Garner, .240 batting average, but an on-base percentage sitting at .487. Swing, and that means nearly half the times he steps up, he's reaching base. And he goes down low and away to Lynn. That one misses. They ask. Count goes to 2-0. Sorry about that. I believe we just had a brief moment of the internet spacing out. Hopefully you're back online wherever you may be listening from or watching. Ball up and away. Runners on the corners right now. Now its base is loaded with no outs. And we're back in business. Bases loaded for Jacob Steele, no outs, bottom of the first inning. Hernandez has thrown 20 pitches. We had an RBI ground rule double from Logan Beard. He's now at third. Garner then had a single, which a late stop sign came up to Strand Beer at third. And then a 4-pitch walk to Millen loads the bases with nobody out for Jacob Steele. 1-0 Range Riders, but Steele could put a lot of damage on the plate if he's able to. A called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Fouls it off. Hits the top of the bat. Scrapes. Now Steele would love to go into defense mode here. 345 batter is Steele. Slugging .621. He has a .457 on base percentage. Again, like is apt, it seems, thus far. Par for the course for the Range Riders is near 500 on the OBP. The 0-2 pitch into Steele, and it's up and in, making him limbo. Count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. No outs, bottom of the first. Swing and a miss. Steele punched out, and there is one gone. I told you that Esteban Hernandez can walk the tightrope. He has flirted with a lot of danger in games being blown wide open. And I guess games, I just mean the one that I've seen. But he came up clutch in that game. And now he's trying to keep a cap on this one at just 1 run against him. And the strikeout is basically the only way he could have escaped that there. Even a double play ball likely would have plated one. As this one maybe has a chance to be a double play. No, they're just going to make the play at first. It is an RBI groundout and 2-0 Range Riders. Beard scores. Millen and Garner now at second and third, respectively. Two outs, 2 in scoring position as Carson Horning steps up. A .312 batting average for Horning. His on-base percentage sitting at .467, and a challenge from the catcher Antonio Barranca, an early one.
Challenges are temporarily unavailable.
That one announced, I believe, due to the internet outage that we just had. That challenge is unable to go through. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. Carson Horning. We'll see the 1-2 two-out pitch here at the bottom of the first with runners on second and third. 2-0 Range Rider lead right now. Pitch in. Foul ball over near the Range Rider dugout. Or excuse me, Voyager dugout. Jackson Murphy, first base coach, going to grab it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two outs, bottom of the first inning. Millen on second, Garner on third. Pitch in, swung on over to second base, where Redahan throws beyond the first baseman, and the throw will come home safe. Oh my goodness. Redahan just smoked the throw to first, and it turns into 2 runs across. It is 4-0 Range Riders. An E4, and it's 4-0. Wow, I did not see that one coming from Redahan. I barely even watched it. I mean, a bee was also flying directly in my face through the window, so that might have helped. But Rover now fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. Tommy Rover on the year, .219 batting average, but he's slugging .469. .324 on base percentage for Rover. So funny enough, he's one of the only guys that doesn't have a ton of walks, and he has 5. That's near the bottom of the team. 0-1. 2 outs, Horning on first after the error. This one fouled off. .0-2 pitch into Tommy Rover. Hit to second, this time Redahan on target to first base for out number 3. We'll be right back for the second inning of play. Range Riders lead 4-0.
Sometimes minor issues can turn into big problems the longer you wait. Hi, I'm Dr. James Cromie, General Surgeon at Logan Health. It's important to talk to your doctor if you notice any changes in your health. If surgery is part of the solution, we're here to help. Logan Health has the most comprehensive robotic surgery program in Montana, helping you to heal faster and get back to what you love.
Welcome back in. It is the top of the second. We're back to trying to work on getting those cameras back up for you folks. 4-0 Range Riders here, top of the second inning. First pitch into Kyle Schmack is lifted to shallow right field, where Kyle Ashworth receives it, and there is one gone. Trey Cruz now steps up to the plate. 1 out, top of the second inning. 4-0 Glacier. The called strike makes the count 0-1 on Trey Cruz. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Ball there. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And make it 2-2. 1 out. Bases empty. Top of the second inning. 4-0. That ball misses. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Top of the second inning. 4-0 Glacier leads. And it's ball 4. Covey went up 0-2 and then lost him. Anthony Swenda comes up 1 out, top of the second inning. Again, we are working on trying to get the video feedback up. Ball outside, been 5 straight balls thrown by Covey. One 0 count, 1 out. Trey Cruz on first. Skips in the dirt. Ratfield can't get to it, and Cruz has a wild pitch to get to second. This is sky high to center. J.D. McLaughlin, an easy float in to grab it for out number 2. Trey Cruz stays at second after the flyout by Swenda. Antonio Barranca now stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Two outs. Foul ball. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 2 outs, top of the second inning. Runner on second in Cruz. Pitch makes the count 1-1 as that one missed to Barranca, the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the second. In the dirt, 2-1. Jake Covey, the crazy thing, Covey's thrown 43% strike percentage here in the early going. But man, he's fallen behind in counts and then still enticed weak contact, deceiving pitches in there from Covey. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul scrape, count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This one hit on the ground towards short. Jacob Steele, field and throw for out number 3. Voyagers strand another runner in scoring position, and we will be right back in the bottom of the second.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901 when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry with systems built to perform.
Bottom of the second inning, Range Riders with a 4-0 lead right now on the Great Falls Voyagers. Actively working on getting cameras back up and working here. We just lost all internet for a brief moment there, and thus has knocked us offline. Kyle Ashworth squares to bunt. It's fouled back. Count goes to 0-1. Trying to get a little respect for Swenda over at third base, who was pretty deep behind the bag, but now might inch a little bit closer. 0-1 count, no outs. Bottom of the second here. That one missing inside. Count goes to 1-1. Kyle Ashworth on the season. Coming in. 286 batting average for Ash. That one misses downstairs. Count goes to 2-1 strike. Ball inside. Count goes to 1-0, or 3-1, excuse me. Sorry, again, trying to deal with the camera situation, so my attention is a little diverted because obviously, as that one hits the zone, the count goes to 3-2. On base percentage for Kyle Ashworth sitting at a clean .500. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the second inning. Three-2 pitch. Foul scrape. Hernandez had to throw 33 pitches in inning number 1. 3-2 count, no outs. Leadoff batter here, second leadoff spot, number 9 in the lineup. And he has been everything you ask of a second leadoff. Big 3 RBI double last night. Gets on base, and he scored 9 runs this year, Kyle Ashworth. 3-2 pitch in. Ball 4, and he gets on base again. That on-base percentage now over .500 for Kyle Ashworth. And a steal threat, as he has 1 on the season. J.D. McLaughlin stepping up. McLaughlin 0 for 0 with the leadoff walk, scored on the Logan Beard double. A called strike. Count goes to 1-0. No outs. That one down, or 0-1, excuse me. No outs. Now it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, as that one misses low and away. No outs, bottom of the second inning. 4-0 Range Riders. Swung on, sky-high fly to right field. Tracking over is Wanat, and he makes the catch. Now tagging to second is Kyle Ashworth, and he'll be in there safely. So it's not an unproductive out from J.D. McLaughlin. Ashworth moves up into scoring position. On the tag up, It's an aggressive tag, but the Range Riders have been aggressive on the base pass, other than stealing bases. As there's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Called strike into Beard, who had a similar situation, runner on second, and brought him home the last time on the double. 0-1, one out pitch with a runner on second. 4-0 Range Rider lead here, bottom of the second. Foul ball. Count goes to 0-2 on Logan Beard. Beard's hit was just one of 2 hits during the first inning for the Range Riders, but they've found a way to score more runs than hits. Partially because of the walk numbers. They also were gifted. As there's a half swing that he went through on. And a 3-pitch strikeout of Logan Beard. Carson Garner, the other hit of the first inning when he singled into left field. Garner. 240 batting average for Carson Garner. Two outs, bottom of the second inning. That one up near the face. Count goes to 1-0. Bottom of the second inning here, 4-0 Range Rider lead. 2 outs and a runner on second. 4-0 scoreline and a swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Two outs. And makes a little contact with that, but it goes straight into the turf. Garner will pick it up and hand it back to the home plate umpire. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second for Glacier. The 1-2 pitch in from Hernandez. Late swing, fouls it off. 82-mile-per-hour off speed there. And now a 1-2, 2-out pitch here in the bottom of the ninth, or bottom of the second. We are a long way from the bottom of the ninth, folks. 1-2, coming home. Swing and a miss. Garner punched, and the Range Riders strand the leadoff runner on second base. We head to the third. It is 4-0.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Top of the third inning. Working to get you the picture back. But for now, it is audio only. As we play on, 9-1 and 2 due up. Dylan Wannett will lead it off. Wannett, just his Second start of the season, a called strike in there from Kobe. 4 at-bats and 1 hit. 2 RBIs brought in by Wannett. Right fielder today. Swing and a miss on a healthy cut by Wannett, product of Erskine College. He's come in as a pinch runner yesterday, I believe, originally from Williamsville, New York, Dylan Wannett. Just gets pizza that one. Adventurous couple innings for Jake Covey in inning number 1 and number 2 for the Range Rider right-hander. But keeps that goose egg on the scoreboard against him. There's a ball outside, and the count goes to 1-2. No out pitch. Also outside. Base runner last inning. Cruz reached after an 0-2 at bat turned into a walk. The 2-2. Time called, late time by Wannett. Call, strike 3. One out, top of the 3rd inning. That one placed lower outside corner. Swing and a miss by Aiden Redahan, who steps up to the plate. Redahan stranded at 3rd in the 1st inning after a single up the middle. Got him on base. Redahan hammers this one foul. Count goes to 0-2. 2 outs. No 1 out. Again, dealing with the video issues. Trying to make sure I'm doing play-by-play. While also trying to get you back online. 0-2, 1 out pitch, top of the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss, a foul tip into the glove of Ratfield. Two outs, top of the 3rd inning.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate.
Field due up.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, We rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Welcome back in. Jake Millen up at the plate. Big swing and a miss from Jake Millen, who's 0 for 0. The walk worked in his first trip. Count goes to 0-1. It's 4-0 Range Riders here, bottom of the third inning. There's a swing through. Esteban Hernandez looked really good in the last frame. Had a leadoff walk, worked to Ashworth, but a flyout and 2 strikeouts got him out of the frame pretty quickly. 0-2 count coming in now to Millen, who calls time and quickly unstraps and restraps his gloves. This one swung on out to left field, but it's foul. Just a little bit too late on the swing in there from Millen. Oh, 0-2 count. No outs here. Bottom of the third, base is empty. Near the shoe tops of Millen. Count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. No outs. And that one nearly took the whiskers off of Millen's chin. Way up in it. Count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the third inning. Called strike 3 into Millen. Jacob Steele now to the plate. Steele 0 for 1 with a strikeout swing, and that was with the bases loaded. And nobody out when he struck out. Ratfield, who is the catcher and batting right after him, got an RBI ground out before the 2 runs scored on an error off the bat of Hornick. Swing and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout of Steele. Two outs, bottom of the third inning. 2 strikeouts for Hernandez in this inning already, as Ratfield sees that one go out of the grasp of Barranca. 5 strikeouts by Hernandez. He had 5 against the Range Riders in his 4 innings of work last Thursday. No, scratch that, it was last Wednesday. A week ago tonight. 1-0 count, 2 outs, bottom of the third inning as he tries to work his first 3 up, 3 down inning. Called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. 1-2 count. 2 out pitch. Foul worked by Ratfield. will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 1-2, 2-out pitch, bottom of the 3rd inning, 4-0 Range Riders. Ratfield versus Hernandez, who is on 65 pitches right now. His 66th into Donnie Rat, and it's another foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd, once again into Donovan Ratfield. Hit on the ground towards short. Fielded by Cruz, the throw, and it's not in time. Donovan Ratfield, the catcher, working an infield single. How about that? Flashing some wheels from Donnie Rat. Carson Hornung now to the plate. Not only that, it's a 2-out infield single, which always feels good, and it will push the pitch count a little bit higher for Esteban Hernandez as he faces the power bat of Carson Hornung. Still looking for his first pro home run. This will be certainly the time to do it. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. Ball upstairs to Hornung. Count goes to 1-0. Runner on first in Ratfield. 2 outs, 4-0 Range Riders. Ratfield, despite the speed he showed on that infield single, probably not going to steal. There's a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1 on Hornung. Former Jacksonville State Gamecock by way of South Carolina. Before that, Gamecock to Gamecock. 1 ball, 1 strike. Played in the draft league last year, did Hornung. For the Mahoning Valley Scrappers in the dirt, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch into Hornung. And it's a ball. It's 3-1. Now a hitter's count. The 6'3", 225-pound lefty from Overland Park, Texas, prepares to receive. 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4. Hornung will work himself aboard on the walk. The 5th free pass given up by Hernandez. Tommy Rover steps to the plate. Rover a ground out to second. 2 home runs on the year for Rover. Switch hitter steps into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch misses outside. Count goes to 1-0. Kind of a purplish colored bat for Rover. Finished his career at Youngstown State. Before that, a D2 guy at Fresno Pacific out in Fresno, California. California native Tommy Rover out of Brentwood. That one almost hit him. Count goes to 2-0. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd inning. Two-out pitch into Rover. Hernandez, a long look at Donovan Ratfield at second before he barrels that one up. Over towards the rocks, down the right field line, and the count goes to 2-1. This one in the zone, so it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Ratfield on second, Hornung on first. Two-two pitch in with 2 on. Hernandez to Rover. Swing and a miss. Rover turned down on strikes, and we head to the 4th. It is Range Riders 4, Great Falls nothing.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Sometimes minor issues can turn into big problems the longer you wait. Hi, I'm Dr. James Cromie, General Surgeon at Logan Health. It's important to talk to your doctor if you notice any changes in your health. If surgery is part of the solution, we're here to help. Logan Health has the most comprehensive robotic surgery program in Montana, helping you to heal faster and get back to what you love.
First pitch in to Tommy Specht is a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. That one's a ball. Count goes to 1-1. No outs. Top of the fourth inning here. Tommy Specht is 0 for 1. And this one flared over to third base where Garner will receive. And out at first. Good throw by Garner. Needed it. Specht has good wheels. And there is one gone on the 5-3 putout. One out, top of the fourth inning, 4-0 Range Riders lead. Again, actively working to get you video feeds back. As right now there's a conversation between Sean Ripe and the first base umpire over there. First base umpire is Ryan Starks. Showing his frustration after Ratfield was called safe on a very close play at first base. One out, top of the fourth now as Ethan Ott to the plate. Third base umpire. And Tony Prater, who was stationed near second, realized, oh, I don't need to be there. I need to be down the third base line. So that's where he goes. First pitch, called a ball. Count goes to 1-0. One out, top of the fourth inning. Bluffed the bat. Did he go? They say no, and it's 2-0. Two-0 pitch. 3-0. Odd, his first time up, popped out to first base. That stranded Redahan on third in the first inning. Get me over pitch, does, and it makes the count 3-1. And that one finds the zone as well. It's 3-2. Ott has watched 5 pitches go by. And now he'll face a payoff pitch from Covey. Back up the middle, just beyond Covey and into center. Hard hit ball. Second hit of the day. For the Great Falls Voyagers. Runners going now as this ball goes to the backstop. They ask if he went. He did not. Count goes to 1-0 as Kyle Schmack now has an RBI opportunity with the runner in scoring position while actually with him running on the pitch. That is a stolen base. And just a smart one to run on. This one on the ground towards third. Garner fields. Throw right there. Great play and another great throw by Garner. Runner has to stay at second base and Ott. Trey Cruz steps to the plate. Cruz had himself a walk his last time up. And the first pitch, called a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Runner in scoring position for Cruz here, who had an RBI knock last night, as there's a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Ott on second. Another called strike right on the edge of the zone. It's 1-2 for Trey Cruz. Great paint of the corner by the range rider right-hander. There's a ball. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second, 4-0 range rider lead, top of the 4th inning. Covey's 56th pitch of his start. Swing and a miss. Trey Cruz struck out. And once again, the Voyagers strand a runner in scoring position. It's 9-1-2. Ashworth, McLaughlin, and Beard due up in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Glacier Range Riders lead the Great Falls Voyagers by a score of 4-0. Working to bring you back camera angles. I assure you we've not forgotten about it. Kyle Ashworth leads us off here, bottom of the 4th. Hernandez on 77 pitches fires it in. Ball up high. 1-0 goes the count. That one hits the zone. Up and in at 90 miles per hour. That one near the shoe tops of Kyle Ashworth. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ashworth today led off the 2nd inning with a walk. Got to second on a tag up on a fly out. What was stranded there? 2-1. Fought off up near the sweet level. Count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0 Range Riders lead after a 4-run bottom of the 1st inning. Covey has been pretty solid in his start, as that's a ball low and away. 3-2 goes the count now on Ashworth, who has an on-base percentage sitting over 500 this year. Came into the contest with 500. And so with the walk, obviously, he tilted it just beyond that mark on the plus side. 3-2 pitch. And it is a called strike 3. On base percentage back to 500 for Ash. J.D. McLaughlin now to the plate. McLaughlin with a walk. Flied out to right field. His most recent time, 0 for 1. Fouled off. Count goes to 0-1. One out pitch into JD. 85th pitch thrown by Hernandez. Swing and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2. 92 on the gun. Fired in there from Hernandez. Oh-2. Way outside. Pretty uncompetitive there. 92-mile-per-hour fastball high and away. The 1-2 pitch into JD. Swing and a miss. Got him at 87 there. Low and in. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Hernandez, kind of a similar outing, especially if it wasn't for that error by Redahan in the bottom of the 1st. It's going to look like kind of a similar outing, especially statistically. 2 earned runs against him right now. And working on his 4th inning of work here, obviously. In the first appearance versus the Range Riders, he had 4 innings of work and 1 earned runs. And the walks, the biggest number, although it is smaller than what he threw last time. He threw 8 walks versus the Range Riders last Wednesday on a cold and rainy night. Now the Yuma, Arizona native has just 4 walks today. Cut that number in half. 2-0. 2-out pitch to Beard, who swings it into right center field. Down for a hit. Thought about trying to get a hustle double out of it, but holds. Just a nice clean swing of the bat by Logan Beard. Carson Garner, 1 of 4 hits for the Range Riders coming off of his bat. A single into left field. Back in the 1st inning. Scored on the error by Redahan. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Beard on first base. One out to Garner. Hit on the ground towards third. Suenda fires across the diamond and just in the nick of time to get out Garner. Hernandez on 92 pitches is through 4 innings. We're through 4 as well, and it's 4-0 Range Riders.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake, because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back. We are in top of the 5th inning here. Glacier Range Riders with a 4-0 lead. Jake Covey trying to have another solid inning. So far, Covey stats through 4 frames, 2 hits, no runs, 1 strikeout, and a walk. Swing and a miss. First inning or two was pretty adventurous just because the fact that he has a couple wild first pitches. Usually you want to start with first pitch strikes. That's what you're always told. But Covey kind of went the opposite way, but still was able to regulate it and entice weak contact on 2-0 or other hitters count pitches. Ooh, thought they had the strikeout. And a challenge will come. And a 3-pitch strikeout there. Good challenge by Ratfield as that one glanced the edge of the zone. Range Riders retain their 2 challenges. One out, top of the 5th inning. Antonio Barranca to the plate. Barranca grounded out to short. As he swings and misses on a pitch that goes completely by Ratfield. Ratfield could care less about it. Last year, as PK and I talked about a handful of times on the broadcast, the steal first base rule was in effect, but after it was utilized not one time throughout the season, it was left by the wayside. Count goes to 0-2. After a foul ball by Barranca. 0-2, 1 out, top of the 5th inning. 4-0, Range Riders lead. That one just misses inside. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Barranca, big 3-run home run last night, 406 feet over the left field fence. The 1-2 pitch outside, and it's 2-2. Funny enough, we've seen the at-bats where Covey has started 2-0 on some wild pitches and got weak contact. We've also seen the one with Trey Cruz, as this one down the left field line, fair ball by Barranca. Galloping around first base, the throw into second will not come. It's a stand-up double for Antonio Barranca. So we've also seen at-bats like that where Covey's got ahead 0-2, throws 2 balls, and then a double comes against him. So how an at-bat starts is certainly not the end-all be-all for Covey. 1 out, top of the 5th inning. Dylan Wannett steps to the plate. Strikeout looking his first time up, and a called strike makes the count 0-1. Barranca, decent wheels on second, especially for a catcher. Stole a base yesterday. This one popped up and over my head in the press box. Count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And it is called, strike 3. 93 pop in the zone from Covey. Second strikeout of the frame, and for Covey, his 6th strikeout of the contest. 2 gone, top of the 5th. Barranca on second. Aiden Redahan, one of the top bats in this lineup, will step up. Hit pretty well to right field, backing up, and it goes off the wall there. Ashworth maybe had a chance at it. Redahan will hold at second, RBI double, and the goose egg is broken. It's 4-1. Two outs. Vincent Temesferi now steps up. 0 for 2 is Temesferi. Strikeout and a ground out. Covey, obviously still in really good shape to just get out of this frame. And pitch count's doing all right to do one more, as there's a swing and a miss. Next pitch will be the 70th for Covey. 4-1 off the double by Redahan. That goes off the wall in right field. Ashworth just a hair away from being able to make the catch. Swing and a miss again by Temesbury, who's charged up. A lot of fastballs from Kobe. He is trusting his stuff. Both of those in the zone, and Temesbury just couldn't catch up with him. Now what does he try on an 0-2? 2-out pitch with a runner on second. Try to fastball again, but missed down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. Four to 1 Range Rider lead. Fouled off by Temesbury. Redahan, best wheels on the team on second. He has 3 stolen bases on the year. I guess you could argue maybe Temesbury's a little faster as he holds 4 stolen bases. I just think Redahan, the infield singles he's beat out throughout this season already have been really impressive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, low and away. 2-2. Kobe's been made to work this inning. 17 pitches thrown. Up to 73 in the contest. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one misses low and away. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Payoff pitch coming from Kobe to Temesbury with Redahan on second. And it's ball 4 and a walk. This inning continues. Tommy Specht aboard now, representing the tying run at the plate. This Voyagers squad, despite the early sweep by the Range Riders last week, had a series victory over Idaho Falls over the weekend, an Idaho Falls team that certainly has a lot of questions to be asked. As this one hits the zone on Specht, and the count goes to 0-1. Obviously gave the Range Riders a run for their money last night. Do not count them out of this series and this game. The 0-1, 2-out pitch in the top of the 5th. 2 on. Hit to second. 1 hops to Beard, who has a routine throw to first. Good for out number 3. The Voyagers get 1 on the double by Aiden Redahan, but that's all she wrote in the top of the 5th. It's 4-1 Glacier.
Fans, draw your attention to the scoreboard for our wheel of hymns. Let's see what today's wheel gives us. All right, let's see those answers.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
First pitch misses upstairs to Jake Millen. Count goes to 1-0 on Millen, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. That one hits the zone. Count goes to 1-1. No outs here, bottom of the 5th inning. Esteban Hernandez out there with a pitch count of 94 right now. That's a ball outside, and the count goes to 2-1. Two balls, one strike, no outs. Bottom of the fifth inning. This one hit towards first, where it's knocked down by the first baseman, and then he flips underhand to Esteban Hernandez covering. Good for a ground out. 3-1 in your scorebook. Jacob Steele stepping up to the plate to Phil Collins, if you can hear it in the background there. One out, bottom of the fifth inning. Range Riders leading 4-1 here, bases empty. Hernandez closing in on triple figures in terms of pitches thrown, and that one misses upstairs. Unless we see two quick outs here, he's going to hit it this inning. Beautiful night here in the Flathead Valley. 77 degrees right now as we near the 8 o'clock hour local time. Another ball upstairs. Count goes to 2-0 on the St. Peters, Missouri native, greater St. Louis area. Went to school in his home state at Central Missouri. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Into Steele. Down low. Steele, some family coming into town here on this opening week to see first professional home games for the shortstop. 3-0 pitch. He had the green light and fouled it off. Three balls and 1 strike. Hitter scout for Steele. And it's ball 4. He will work himself aboard on the walk. One out, bottom of the fifth inning. Donovan Ratfield stepping to the plate. Ratfield 1 for 2, an infield single his last time up. Steele, good wheels on first. Check on him, maybe trying to run. As the pitch goes upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Hernandez on 102 pitches, right-hander warming up in the pen. Steele on first. The 1-0. And make it 2-0. That one nowhere near to wrap. 5 walks issued by Hernandez, including the one to Steele just a moment ago. We'll see how long the leash is on 103 pitches. 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom of the fifth inning, 1 out. In the zone. 2-1. Pickoff attempt over to first. No tag will even be applied. It wasn't the best toss from Hernandez. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That was the first disengagement of 2 allowed during an AB. Another strike, and it's 2-2. 105 pitches thrown by Hernandez now. The 2-2. Hit on the ground towards second. Flip for 1, and the throw for 2 is clean. 4-6-3 double play. And Hernandez, with his day likely done, has just 2 earned runs through 5 innings. Range Riders do have a 4-1 lead. Welcome back into the broadcast booth. Top of the 6th inning here as the Glacier Range Riders lead the Great Falls Voyagers by a score of 4-1 here. First pitch coming in from Jake Covey out here trying to get through 6. As a big swing and a miss from Ethan Ott makes it 0-1. A pop out to first and a single. We welcome into the broadcast booth Lauren Hill, our in-stadium host and sideline reporter. Lauren, how we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a beautiful day out there on the field in general. We're doing good.
Hit hard to second. Logan Beard fields and throws to first. 4-3 ground out.
Vibes seem to be very high. I did witness Stu Peterson do the cookie face challenge.
The infamous Stu Peterson cookie face, which for those who are not familiar, cookie face is when you put an Oreo on your forehead.
Or any cookie, yes.
Yeah, it works best with Oreos, just size-wise. You can't get too big of a cookie or else it's, so an Oreo-sized cookie, as Kyle Schmack sees a called strike. And then without touching it with your hands, you try and work it down to your mouth and eat it. Obviously, the reward is to eat the cookie as the count goes to 1-1. It is a game of patience, precision, and execution.
And the use of every muscle in your face.
Yes. And Stu Peterson, if there's one guy that loves cookies, it's Stu Peterson.
It makes me think that he practices that at home.
I think...
Like, it's his pastime. When he eats a cookie, he's looking for a reward, therefore it starts on his forehead.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you got to do to train yourself to be good at cookie face.
Of course.
There's a ball. Count goes to 2-2. Kyle Schmack at the plate. Kyle Schmack 0 for 2. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Quick tag applied. And he asked for a foul scrape there. If that ball did scrape the bat and go into the dirt, and they are saying, hey, wait a minute. Because Donovan Ratfield scraped that one out of the dirt and tagged it. So we're in a weird situation where a foul tip strikeout, if you scrape it with your bat and it goes into the glove of the catcher, it's a strikeout. However, if you scrape it with your bat and it hits the dirt before it goes into the glove of the catcher, then it's a foul ball technically. So that's what Schmack was saying. It's like, scraped that, and Ratfield probably should have just acted like he squeezed it instead of applying the tag as if it touched the dirt. Foul ball again. So we play on. Last night, exciting finish. Were you down? Yeah, of course you were, because you talked to Logan Beard post game.
Yes. Very exciting interview.
Just in general, as there's the swing and a miss and the strikeout of Schmack. That is Covey's 7th K of the day. 4-1 Range Rider lead here. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. How tense was it in the dugout? Because you were right next to the dugout during that 9th inning. 1-run game. They get a base runner on. It was Trey Cruz, and then he gets caught stealing. Just in general, as this ball flies foul. How tense was it, and how exciting was it when all the guys finally got to storm on the field to celebrate the win?
Yeah, after leaving the booth last night, the Voyagers kind of added on one by one, and it was getting closer and closer, like you said. And then you see the 9-8 score on the scoreboard, and you're sitting there like, oh, this could be really neck and neck here. This could be something. I was thinking, and knock on wood, I thought I was going to see my first home run overtime situation there, and I was excited. It would have been a crazy opening day. But all the players, they were very ecstatic, high energy.
Hard ground ball down the third base line, and it will end up being just a single for Trey Cruz.
I'm also surprised that there was no Gatorade pouring last night. I kind of thought that would be a great, home opener, Logan Beard.
Yeah.
We'll see. Those are
I understand. Yeah. Well, the problem is like Logan Beard was one of the heroes. He had the 3-run home run, but there was also multiple candidates for kind of a player of the game.
Yes.
2 outs, top of the 6th inning. If it did go to a knockout round, then certainly the champion of that ends up getting maybe a shower on the celebration. Anthony Swender, the man up with Cruz on first after the 2-out single. Covey on 90 pitches, likely his final inning of work before handing it over to the pen. Just wants to keep that 1 run on the scoreboard, and he should do it. Steal, flip to Beard, and that's how it ends in the top of the 6th. We'll be right back with life's important questions in the bottom half of the frame. 4-1 Glacier.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have. We're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Reached on a walk and an error. Lauren, as the first pitch is a strike from Landon Ray as a professional ball player. You got to pick one. Are you going to, every time you walk, have to dance instead, as there's a called ball, or every time you talk, you actually have to sing? 1-1 pitch into Horning and called a strike. Count goes to 1-2.
You know, I think the second option is definitely built in for like a Disney princess. That'd be perfect. But I think every time you walk, you dance instead. I don't think that's that bad. Unless you're a bad dancer, but you got to get better at it if you every time you walk, you dance.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Hopefully those watching on YouTube are actually seeing some images now. Huge shout out to our friends at HTN and Lush and Janelle, Vicky, all in the back making this happen. Hopefully it stays here for the rest of this contest. Again, we apologize for the inconvenience of not having pictures in the middle part of this contest. It is the bottom of the 6th inning. The Range Riders lead 4-1 here.
What is your answer to that, Scott?
I think, unfortunately, because of my career, I'm going to have to go with the dance.
Yeah.
The dance and walking. It's listen, people obviously have had to really rely on my voice due to our technical difficulties over the past couple of days. And, you know, it's not perfect, certainly, especially when I'm distracted trying to get images back up. But it would really, the comment section would really not treat me kindly if I was trying to sing, as this is a hit down the first base line, grabbed by Ott, and the throw to second, they needed the tag because Ott put his foot on the bag, which took away the force out of Hornig. So it's a unassisted 3 ground out over there with Hornig advancing to second. Good job being off on the pitch there. I do think in general, though, I don't even necessarily want to try because I know people are probably just so relieved to get the video back that they're like anything I might do to send them over could probably happen.
And you singing would do
here.
that?
And if I just tried to sing an inning, it might be off. We might get our YouTube page taken down from YouTube because everybody would report it or something.
You know,
0-1, 1 out.
I think you singing maybe a 1930s old sport, kind of. That could be really entertaining. I think it depends which way you go with it. You could go real full Disney, which you may lose some viewership there. But
You would have to the 0-2 1 out pitch coming in, Horning on second. You'd have to, if your whole life was singing in place of talking, you'd have to learn kind of different songs for different vibes. It'd be regular words, but it'd just be in a singing tone, It'd be regular words, but in a singing tone.
There he goes.
But you'd have to have I can't. I'm trying to think of the solemn.
Yeah, because
I
you'd
think
have
there's
to
a better workaround.
There's there's a trend going around on TikTok, I believe, where it's you give a sentence and you say it in a disappointing way, in a sarcastic way, in a different. Yeah, I get what you're saying with that. You would have to
delivering solemn news would be really hard. 2-2 pitch in, and that ball misses. No challenge from Barranca as it was low and away. Count goes to 3-2, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Horning, the man at second base after reaching on the leadoff walk. Kyle Ashworth to receive a 3-2 pitch. There's a ball 4, and Ashworth dances his way down to first base.
A question for you, Scott. How has opening week been for you so far?
Listen, I love getting into a rhythm of things, as right now we're seeing pitching coach for the Voyagers, Chuck Shirley, come out and check on Ray here, who has walked 2 aboard with 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. J.D. McLaughlin will be the man stepping up to the plate. I love getting into the rhythm. There's a certain point in the summer where we really hit our stride, and obviously everything just seems to go wrong on opening day, and a lot of it stems from technology. So, it's nice having a victory here with being able to show you the broadcast that our amazing crew, Janelle and Ryan specifically, are producing and directing back there, as well as Christian, who's helping with graphics. But it is, we're surviving. We're surviving. To me, I think last season, and Range Rider fans know this, at the end of the day, the record on the field wasn't what we wanted it to be. And so with that, I think that just certainly brought morale down and across. And our staff feels it. The players feel it. The coaching staff feels it. And as that one misses inside, the count goes to 1-0. I think that really was the most difficult part, because at the end of the day, even though we know that our stream was not what we wanted it to be yesterday, a win feels good.
It does feel good. I was going to say, you did say everything went wrong. I would like to say the players on that field did something right.
Yes. 2-0 count, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Horning on second, Ashworth on first. Landon Ray trying to survive this scare in his first inning of his professional career. 2-0 pitch coming in. And that one downstairs, and the count goes to 3-0 on J.D. McLaughlin. Logan Beard waiting on deck. Just to close up on the life's important questions, I think, and I did it earlier today, you saw me do it actually when we were walking to the other side of the stadium, I just threw in a little gritty there. And grittying is a dance move.
Yes.
So I'd probably just gritty everywhere.
Well,
or just like a subtle gritty, just like a little.
Well, that's what I was saying, is if you.
Or a little two-step.
If you're dancing everywhere you walk kind of thing, you got to be good at it, when you get to a certain point. So I think you could moonwalk.
I don't know.
I think you could do a lot of things there.
The moon.
You would definitely learn how to moonwalk.
Oh, yeah. Well, here is the question. I guess I kind of assumed as the foul ball makes it 3-2 with one out in the bottom of the sixth for JD, runners on first and second. I kind of assumed that in this circumstance where a troll under a bridge is saying, "Oh, you must choose one or the other," then I would assume that and I think I wrongly assumed that you'd be imbued with the powers of doing either one well.
Oh, okay.
3-2 pitch in, swung on by McLaughlin out to left field, and it falls for a base knock. Carson Horning turning around and headed home. He's in safely. The Range Riders lead 5-1 off McLaughlin's RBI single. First run scored while you in the booth, yeah?
Yes.
We get the cameras up and running, and these guys know the show's on, baby. One out, and 5-1 Range Riders lead. So I guess I just assumed that if I picked, because my body would be forced to do it.
Yes. So
like in this scenario. I'm trying to think of like another, like a Disney movie or something like that where that's the case.
See, I've kind of I thought about that in the sense of dancing is something.
Logan Beard down the left field line. That's a fair ball and a green light to send another runner home. Churning in safely is Kyle Ashworth. It is 6-1 Range Riders. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
RBI single by Logan Beard.
I assumed when you would ask that question that it was one of those things where if you dance every day, eventually you're going to get better at it because it's practice. You can sing all your life and still not be good. And Hollywood has some of those.
Yeah. One out, bottom of the sixth inning. Runners on the corners now for Carson Garner after 2 straight knocks by the Range Riders. Logan Beard on first. That ball in the dirt. Count goes to 1-1. 1-0 count. 1 out. McLaughlin, good speed on third. If Garner puts a ball to the outfield and gives him the chance to come home. 6-1 Range Riders. So you're saying you just have to, and like the troll that gave you this or that, is like there's going to be dire consequences basically if you don't.
Yeah, I'm choosing dancing.
Yeah.
I'm choosing dance.
Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. You and I both have to talk as part of our living, so that certainly does help. Where, we all have to move as part of our living as well, but,
But if you're dancing into life, isn't that literally a Broadway quote? Dancing into life?
Yeah. Called strike, count goes to 1-2, 1 out. But here's the thing. You have to go to a funeral, say, and you got the dancing thing.
Yeah, but everybody knows that you have the dancing thing.
Oh, you're telling everybody?
I fear you would have to. I would say a troll stopped me under a bridge, and I had to choose, guys.
But people might start to think you're crazy. 1-2 pitch in, swing, and a miss by Garner, and he's punched out. 2 gone as Jake Millen steps up. 0-2, Jake. With JD on third, Logan Beard on first. But not, I don't know. Do you think
now it's gotten more complicated.
Yeah, no, we'll see. This is life's important question. This is why it seems simple on the surface, but the more you talk about it, the more you then start to go, okay, are you going to be a celebrity of being like the person that has to dance?
Oh, yeah, I think you'd be turned into a bit. If the Ellen
I don't
show
know
still
if
existed,
I'd tell
you'd be
people.
on Ellen.
I don't know if I'd tell people, just because I think you'd get accused of like lying about it.
Yeah, but imagine you dance everywhere and people are just going to go, what a freak.
Yeah, I know. I think that's the problem. I think that's, but I just do a subtle, just a subtle little,
Oh, I don't think the GOAT let you choose. Little guy under the bridge. I don't think.
2-0.
I thought it was just full throttle. You're full on dancing like High School Musical.
No. To me, I think you have like
control.
Yeah, you can like, because I was just thinking if you have to go to a funeral, as a 3-0 pitch hits the zone, called strike in Jake Millen. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, 6-1 Glacier. Like, what's the dance move for that situation? Like, you're not grittying into a funeral. That could be received poorly. 3-1. Ball goes sky high into shallow left center field. Backpedaling up and making the grab is Trey Cruz. A little bit scary there, but that's all she wrote. And the Range Riders dancing a couple runs across in the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 6-1. Glacier in front. Lauren, thanks for joining us in the booth.
Thank you for having me.
We'll maybe talk to you later. 6-1 Range Riders lead.
sometimes minor issues can turn into big problems the longer you wait. Hi, I'm Dr. James Cromie, General Surgeon at Logan Health. It's important to talk to your doctor if you notice any changes in your health. If surgery is part of the solution, we're here to help. Logan Health has the most comprehensive robotic surgery program in Montana, helping you to heal faster and get back to what you love.
Welcome back into the broadcast. Top of the 7th inning here. The Glacier Range Riders lead the Great Falls Voyagers 6-1. As Connor Housley is the first name called out of the bullpen for the Range Riders. Housley in the early going, 5.4 ERA and 1 2/3 innings of work. 1 strikeout for Housley. Antonio Barranca up to the plate. Called strike. Count goes to 0-1. No one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. One, no outs. Top of the 7th inning. Range Riders lead by a score of 6-1. No one misses outside from Housley. Another ball in there. Count goes to 3-1. Connor Housley versus Antonio Barranca. Don't have the exact dates of these two being Range Riders as the time is called by Antonio Barranca, the only he is allotted for this at-bat. I don't think they ever overlapped as members of the Range Riders. Housley joined Glacier late last season, while Barranca joined the Voyagers from the Range Riders midway through last year. 3-1 pitch, foul ball. Count goes to 3-2. And Housley was a Range Rider at the start of the 2024 season, while Barranca joined midway through that year. I don't know if they overlapped there at all. I don't think they did. 3-2 pitch, ball upstairs, and Barranca walks to lead off the inning. 6-1 lead for the Range Riders. 6 runs on 6 hits for Glacier, while the Voyagers have 1 run on just 1 less hit at this point. Barranca bluffs the steal, the throw back. Didn't get him. Whew. That was a close one, as Barranca had a big secondary lead. He was daring Ratfield to try and get him. Would have been some catcher-on-catcher crime had he done that successfully. But maybe testing another catcher with that big of a secondary lead as he's running. Throw into second, and this, no, just not in time. Stolen base, Barranca reaches second safely, and Housley's behind 2-0. 2-0 pitch into Dylan Wanat. Another ball that wasn't particularly close there. Quick talk with Ratfield and Housley. .3-0 pitch. Got to find the strike zone against Wanat, and he does not. 2 walks here with a 5-run lead for Housley. And now the danger in this lineup comes to the plate after not being able to deal with 8-9 in the batting order via the free passes. Will Oman comes out to have a conversation. Oman, congrats to the Oman family, as Will Oman's son was a part of a Ivy League winning squad in the Yale Bulldogs heading to the NCAA tournament. And that's actually not too far from here, just over in Eugene, Oregon, at the site of the Oregon Ducks, where Yale will play, and they will play their first game against those Ducks. I was lucky enough to call the University of Washington series with Oregon last month. The Ducks took the first 2 contests before University of Washington got the win on Sunday to finish out that series. It's a pretty solid Oregon Ducks squad, but I'll tell you, I think they're beatable. I don't just say that as a University of Washington fan, but partially so as a University of Washington fan. Up comes Aiden Redahan, 2 for 3. His batting average continues to be very solid. And that one nearly hits him. Count goes to 1-0. Top of the 7th here as another ball comes in, and it's 2-0. Housley into the contest from Tyrone, Georgia, originally. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on. Down the left field line. It's a foul ball. Just foul. That's easily extra bases, as Redahan is feeling the crack on his hands on that one. You got to think if the Range Riders can get out of this jam, that will be the final act. As this one, a chance for 2. Flip for 1. They need speed to get out Redahan, and they do. 4-6-3 double play. Beard to steal to Millen, and 2 are gone just like that in the top of the 7th. They get out the fastest player on this Voyager squad on the double play. And Beard, that's having a veteran, he knew the scouting report. If it's a power hitter up at the plate that doesn't have a ton of speed, you're probably taking a little bit more time. But Beard flipped that about as quickly as you could from second, as Temesbury with a big swing and a miss. Baranka's still on third right now. And Beard and Steele, who have been together in the middle infield all but 1 game this year, you can see the connection and the chemistry from those 2 already. 0-1 pitch coming into Temesbury, who is 0 for 2. Ooh. I think even Ratfield was fooled a little bit by that one, as it's a called strike. Count goes to 0-2. It looked like he was preparing to receive that one in a different location than where it came in. 82 miles per hour, right at the numbers. 0-2, 2-out pitch with a runner on third in a 6-1 Range Rider lead. It's a ball outside, 96 on the gun from Housley, who's pumping gas in there. Not a ton has hit the zone, but if he survives, especially with a goose egg, that's all they need. And again, one more out here, and it might be capitulation for this Voyager squad. Sky high fly down the right field line. Ashworth working over, and it's just out of play for a souvenir ball. We'll do 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs again with a runner on third. Housley joined the Range Riders out of college. Once he finished up his career at Kennesaw State, signed by the White Sox, and after being let go last year, came back to Glacier. The 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch from Housley to Temesveri. And it is a called ball and a challenge by Ratfield. It is an 85-mile-per-hour pitch that was pretty much entirely in the zone. That's all she wrote in the top of the 7th. It's the Range Riders leading 6-1. Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Glacier Range Riders with a 6-1 lead over the Great Falls Voyagers here, as we got Landon Ray out for another inning of work. Congratulations to him on making his professional debut. As didn't get to talk about him a ton in the last half inning. We were talking instead about life's important questions, which again are really not that important, but oh well. Ray, a product of Oakland City University, as this one hit foul by Jacob Steele, who leads it off. Oakland City University, I know a lot of schools. I worked in D3, D2. Obviously, I could probably name you about every D1 school's mascot and location. That one misses, and the count goes to 1-1. NAI ranks Oakland City, and I have not heard of it at all. Oakland City, if you are wondering, is in Oakland City, Indiana. Total enrollment is at about 640, which I hear it all the time that I went to a small school, and my school had 2,000 at it. So Oakland City, I mean, the baseball team probably makes up about 5% of the enrollment, basically, if it's a decent size. Swing and a miss. And the count goes expired on Steele. Strikeout there. Delivered by Ray, who allowed 2 runs in the last half inning. Up comes Donovan Ratfield, who's 1 for 3. Landon Ray, in his 1 year at Oakland City, called strike in there to Ratfield. Last spring, 3.68 ERA in 13 appearances, 14 2/3 innings pitched in total. So he was mostly a 1 or 2 inning guy out of the pen. Called strike makes the count 0-2. But in the Prospect League is really where he got his work in Terre Haute, Indiana. 8 total games played. 0-2 pitch in with 1 out. Into Ratfield. Ball downstairs. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. 33 1/3 innings pitched for Ray for Terre Haute, which is the Terre Haute Rex, like as in T-Rex, R-E-X. Ball makes the count 2-2. 24 strikeouts, 12 walks. He wasn't necessarily a power pitcher in those 33 innings, but got outs, 5.13 ERA. That was his second summer playing for the Rex. And now a 2-2 pitch coming home in Rat. Buffed foul, and it'll be out of the reach of anybody but the person protecting the pitcher warming up in the pen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 40th pitch for Ray coming in. Either on this stream or another. The Ray family probably tuning in from Lawrenceville, Illinois. And the ball misses inside. It is 3-2. Ball 4, and Ratfield works a walk. Lawrenceville, hometown, as looks like we're going to see a pitching change. So hometown of Roy is in downstate Illinois, right on the border with Indiana. New pitcher coming in. It's a left-hander out of the bullpen. Not a lot of options for lefties. It must be Simon Murray, who is their only lefty out of the pen. And so up steps Simon Murray, Arkansas Tech product, rookie season for Murray. Ratfield on first. It'll be Carson Horning, the first batter to face. 2 walks for Horning and reach on an error. OBP at 1,000 a day for Horning. Arkansas Tech, the Range Rider fans we know might be a little bit familiar with Arkansas Tech as former Range Rider Patrick Miner, who pitched in the 2023 season, was a product of Arkansas Tech. And if I remember correctly, speaking of my assorted, stupid university knowledge, Simon Murray, the college that he went to, has very unique mascots. Let me confirm before I say. I'm pretty sure they're the Wonder Boys. Yes, they are. So a Wonder Boy onto the mound for the Great Falls Voyagers. Their men's teams at Arkansas Tech are called the Wonder Boys. The women's teams are called the Golden Suns, which is certainly the most unique nickname. Not the most unique. It is more unique. But let me tell you a little bit about Simon Murray. On the season, Murray has a 32.4 ERA in his 1 appearance, 1 2/3 innings. It was against these Range Riders and allowed 6 earned runs in that time. And Andrew Collins will step in, a.k.a. Drew Collins, that will come in to pinch run. Horning steps to the plate to the sounds of Fleetwood Mac as Simon Murray, for Arkansas Tech, played at Truman State University. The Lee's Summit, Missouri native. First pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. 92-mile-per-hour fastball that missed above the zone. In that 1 2/3 inning of work for Murray, he walked 4 and allowed 2 doubles and a home run. 1-0 pitch. Delivered in the zone. Called strike, and it's 1-1. Range Riders had allowed 2 on with no outs thanks to walks from the Range Rider relief pitcher and Connor Housley, but Walked the tightrope, got out of it thanks to a double play. There's a called strike, and the count goes to 1-2. 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch into Carson Horning, who's reached base every time he's stepped up. The 1-2 pitch, Drew Collins still on first. And it is a called strike 3. Horning knew it all the way. 93 on the gun. And I don't know if you can hear the grunts from Murray, but I do remember very well Murray when he was pitching in Great Falls last week due to the louder than usual grunts that he plays over there. Snap throw down to first to check on Drew Collins, who so far has been conservative with the lefty on the mound, getting eyes on him. Tommy Rover at the dish, runner on first. 2 outs. This is likely the designated pinch runner role where Ratfield will come in back into the lineup to play catcher. That one almost hits Rover. Grabbed successfully behind the dish by Barranca. Count goes to 2-0. 0 for 3 strikeout and 2 groundouts for Rover. First time batting from the right side for Tommy, the switch hitter. One of the team leaders in RBIs through the first 7 games. Swing and a miss. Also tied for the team lead in home runs with 2, Tommy Rover. J.D. McLaughlin, Logan Beard, Jake Millen, and Jacob Steele all a part of that tie as well. A 5-way tie for the most homers on the team. Delivered in there for a strike. 2-2 goes the count. Rover, 6 foot, 185 product out of Brentwood, California. Former Youngstown State Penguin to receive from the former Arkansas Tech Wonder Boy. 2-2. And that one goes all the way to the backstop. Barranca, man, that one felt like it had some velo on it. If Barranca would have just touched the end of his glove to it, I felt like it would have ripped him in half. Count goes to 3-2. Drew Collins has an easy scamper to second, and now he's in scoring position in case Rover gets a base knock. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch it. Hit on the ground towards third. It's just foul. Of course, a handful of local teams in the NCAA tournament. Washington State won the Mountain West. They are only a couple hours away from here. 3-2 pitch in. The pitch goes upstairs, and Tommy Rover works a 2-out walk. Oregon State also joins the regional. I'm talking about the college baseball regional, to be clear. I was talking about Yale like a while ago, and then I just got back to it. You know how it goes. 2 on, 2 outs for Kyle Ashworth. (1-0). 2-out pitch. Collins on second. Great wheels there. Rover, good wheels on first. Ashworth to the plate also has great wheels as well. Murray trying to weather the storm and get through this frame. Ball down low. The Eugene Regional that Coach Will Oman's son will play in and be likely the opening starter against Oregon. The other game is against Oregon State and Washington State. All local, and then you got Yale. 2-0 pitch coming in to Kyle Ashworth here at the bottom of the 7th. Almost hits him, and it's 3-0. Of course, Kyle Ashworth played for Long Beach State, which is perennially a powerhouse. 10 years ago or so, you look at how good that program was. They've struggled in recent years. It's not due to a guy like Ashworth, who was one of the big highlights for them in an otherwise forgettable last couple years, and this is ball 4. A wild pitch and a walk. None of those were particularly close, and J.D. McLaughlin has a chance to almost feel like he could put this game on ice. Conversation between Barranca and Murray. Other regional sites in college baseball just starting on the weekend. Los Angeles, UCLA hosts. Atlanta will host as Georgia Tech is the number 2 seed in the tournament. Lawrence, Kansas, Morgantown, West Virginia, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Tallahassee, Florida, Gainesville, Florida, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Chapel Hill, Austin, College Station, Texas, Lincoln, Starkville, Auburn, and Athens. Some of the great college towns as I rip through them all. 64 teams playing in those 16 host sites. First pitch into J.D. McLaughlin is in the zone, a called strike. One of my favorite things is being on the road with these guys. It hasn't been since a couple years ago when we got to be on the road. I think it was 2023. And it was so fun to see how much these guys engage. Obviously, former teammates, everything like that playing. The 0-1 pitch called a strike on the outer part of the plate. It's 0-2 on J.D. McLaughlin. Simon Murray, bases loaded, and this game hanging in the balance thanks to his arm, but he could get out of it if he can deal with J.D. The 0-2, 2-out pitch. Fouled off by J.D. Good job to stay alive. Collins on third. His speed only matters if there is a wild pitch type situation, which certainly can happen because we've seen a streak of wildness from Murray. Shakes off a couple pitches from Barranca before agreeing to fire the 0-2 pitch home to J.D. It's just upstairs. Count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 to J.D. Fouled, scrape. We stay 1-2 again. One ball, 2 strike pitch into J.D. Up and in. With the bases stuffed, we'll do it once more. Murray to J.D. McLaughlin with the bases loaded. And that one misses. Now the runner's going to go on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 6-1 Range Rider lead, but J.D. McLaughlin with 2 home runs on the season, a .333 batting average, and a slugging percentage of .583 will receive the payoff pitch as Ashworth, Rover, and Collins get ahead of steam. Fired home. Swung on by McLaughlin. Out to center. Temesferi doesn't need to move far, and it's into his glove. 6-1 Range Riders lead, and they left him stranded. Murray gets out of the jam. We head to the 8th. Range Riders up by 5.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone here in the top of the 8th inning. New pitcher into the contest. It is Brady Chavez stepping up to the plate as Tommy Specht will stand in to face him. Specht, one of the better batters in this lineup, but he struggled so far this series. First pitch in the zone from Chavez. Chavez, a product of Sacramento State University, where he finished up his collegiate playing days. Ball misses. Count goes to 1-1. Specht 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts today. Chavez in his 1 appearance this year, 2 appearances actually. He has 2 1/3, 2 earned runs against. Ball makes the count 2-1. Scores from around the PBL, haven't talked about it. But Long Beach beat Oakland 14-10. As there's a ball outside. 3-1 goes the count. Range Riders, really the biggest life for Great Falls has come by way of some free passes, like last inning when Housley walked the first 2. The 3-1 pitch, nowhere near, skips in the dirt, and it's a leadoff walk. Ethan Ott to the plate. Ott 1 for 2. 1 for 3, actually. Single, as well as a pop out and the ground out. Other scores, we're lopsided in Ogden. Oh, my Nelly. Missoula 18, Ogden 1. Yo. First pitch in, delivered outside the zone. Count goes to 1-0. Idaho Falls and Billings, good fight from the Chuckers. It's 6-6 in Billings, Montana. Boise leads Modesto 5-3, and Red Pocket and Yuba Sutter are tied at 2 apiece. There's a ball downstairs as well. 2-0 count now, hitter's count for Ethan Ott. Popped it up, foul ball out of play. Long Beach with the win over the Ballers. They moved to 5-3 on the season. Just a couple text messages exchanged with Voice of the Ballers and one of their assistant GMs as the runner's going. No good grasp from Ratfield, and it will be a stolen base by Specht. But he said that's a very, very high praise to give to this Coast team. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. There Chavez shows some of the swing and miss stuff. Five-run lead for the Range Riders. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Big payoff pitch coming in to Ott. Tapper hit foul. 3-2 again, and a missed upstairs. And just like the last inning, the Range Riders have walked to a board, and there is runners on first and second with nobody out. Todd Pratt will come out and take the ball away from Brady Chavez. And Davis Pratt will make his way out to the bump. Davis Pratt has come out onto the bump. And the umpires right now are having a conversation right next to Pratt. I'm assuming this is about the three batter minimum rule right now, as Chavez will have to come out and face another batter. So strap up, folks. They are saying that Chavez has to face one more batter. Let's see how both sides deal with this. First pitch fired away from the zone. Count goes to 1-0. No outs, top of the 8th inning. Fouled off. 1-1 goes to count. The 1-1. And a called strike. Man, Chavez, how good would that be for him? He was able to come out of the dugout after being told his day was done and at least get one out. Kyle Schmack 0 for 3. And the 1-2 pitch in from Chavez. Upstairs. He's had 2 strikes a couple of times, has not been able to find that punch out. This one sky high. Millen looking for it in foul territory. And the catch is made. And now we'll see what the coaching staff of the Range Riders decides to do. And now Tony Prater is saying they got to switch him. Which... this is crazy. Chavez has earned himself a little bit longer time on the bump there by dealing with the batter in front of him that originally looks like he was not going to face. First pitch misses inside there. This is a called ball outside. Now count goes to 2-0. (2-0), 1 out pitch. Runners on first and second. 6-1 Range Riders lead. Delivered in the zone. Count goes to 2-1. There's a called strike, and the count goes to 2-2. Chavez once again has a 2-strike count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 8th inning. Chavez steps back onto the rubber. Swing and a miss. Brady Chavez punches out Cruz, and this has been a remarkable storyline. Unexpected here in the top of the 8th inning. Chavez pitched himself into trouble with 2 walks and now has to deal with Anthony Swenda, who's 0 for 3 today, to get out of the hairy situation he found himself in. Did he go? Yes, he did. Count goes to 0-1. Chavez, when you think about the mindset of a pitcher, when you're on, you know, you only come into the game once every couple days. And the 0-1, swing and a miss. And when you're on, you're 1,000 miles per hour. And as soon as that ball gets taken out of your hand, many guys just switch off, boom, and you know, you can't get back into that headspace. Chavez is 1 strike away from doing the unthinkable. 0-2, swung on into left field, down for a base knock. Green light will send Specht to the plate, and the throw is cut off. Man, he was that close, but Swenda fought off a 2-strike pitch, and he got him, really, it looked like, as that ball just 83 miles per hour off the bat, more than manageable. And up comes Antonio Barranca. Specht scores. It is 6-2. Range Riders still in the driver's seat here. As Davis Pratt, you think about what he's going through, having stepped onto the bump, and then be sent back to the bump over in the bullpen. 0-1, 2-out pitch. Foul scraped, and once again, Chavez is down to the last strike of the inning. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, Ott on second, Swenda on first. The payoff pitch, not the payoff, just the 0-2 pitch, coming home to Barranca. Hit on the ground and through into right center field, and that will score another run. Throw comes into second. Safe at second. Hustle double from Barranca, and now Todd Pratt will come out of the pen and officially bring the day to a close for Brady Chavez. Another 0-2 pitch just fought off. That one came out with decent crispness, and for the second time today, Chavez gets an applause. He does record 2 outs, but Davis Pratt will come in with a tying run at the plate. Has a little bit more of a jam situation to get out of. And as just for clarification purposes, this is what the Pioneer League rule book says, and it's kind of a tricky thing because it's up for interpretation a little bit about pitchers facing the minimum. In the pitch timing-wise sort of things, it says a pitcher that is sent to warm up for an inning must face at least 1 batter. What we saw in front of us was Chavez sent to warm up for an inning, and thus you would think he only needs to face at least 1 batter and no more, according to that rule. However, there is an alternate reading of that a pitcher, if it's a starting pitcher, basically coming back for an inning, he has to face 1 batter. A guy can't warm up for an inning and then be replaced, maybe if they're trying to buy time for somebody in the bullpen or something like that. That situation is very rare. So that's why, to me, the reading of a pitcher sent to warm up for an inning, AKA a pitcher sent to warm up and start an inning, must face at least 1 batter, period. Anybody that warms up has to face a batter, which would include, obviously, the second situation. But this, I believe the reading from the umpires and the league has been, that means that only a returning pitcher that have been set to warm up for an inning has to be out there for one batter. But if you're a new pitcher, you have to follow the MLB rules, which is a 3-batter minimum. Again, I read you the rule book as it says, and you can see why it's a little bit confusing. Davis Pratt now trying to clean up an opportunity for the Voyagers to get right back in it with 2 in scoring position. A base knock by Dylan Wannett could tie this game. Or no, it could make it a 1-run game. This one's a tapper. Over to second. Logan Beard fields the flip on target in time for out number 3. Pratt, we'll see if he comes back in the ninth for a possible 4-out save, but for now, a roller coaster of emotions. In the top of the 8th, we head to the bottom half of the frame. It is 6-3, Range Riders lead. Bottom of the 8th inning here in the Flathead Valley. Glacier Bank Park, last chance for insurance for the Glacier Range Riders, who are up by 3 over the Great Falls Voyagers here. Game 2 of a 6-game series as Logan Beard prepares to face. Beard to lead us off, 2, 3, and 4. New pitcher into the contest for the Voyagers. It's Ryan Cullinane. Cullinane has a 21.6 ERA coming into this matchup. And the pitch miss is high. Just 2 appearances for Cullinane, 1 2/3 innings pitched, 5 runs against, 4 of them earned. Only 1 walk. Opposing batters, however, hitting .500 against him to the tune of, as there's a called strike, tune of 2 extra base hits, a double and a triple. Oh my goodness, Missoula has really opened it up on Ogden. And I thought it was opened up at 18-1. It is 23-2. Missoula leads the Raptors. And Billings has opened it up on Idaho Falls. It is 16-6. Mustangs, you kind of knew that was going to happen with the way the Chuckers are right now. Fouled off. Modesto up 6-5 on Boise in a battle between 2 squads that look pretty good through the opening week. Modesto, jury's still out, trying to figure out how much that is the Red Pocket Mobile's struggles versus Modesto's successes. Yuba Sutter, speaking of Red Pocket, is up 4-2 on the Mobiles. That's a ball. 2-2 goes the count. 2-2, pitch in. Low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Logan Beard. Looking to reach again. And a swing and a miss, a strikeout from Beard. Range Riders strikeout number still high as a squad. They want to have that walk number higher than the strikeouts. They're close. 12 punches and 10 walks. This one sky high down the right field line. Want it. Charges over, but it's a foul ball over near the beer garden. And on the roof above the beer garden, beautiful sunset is overtaking us here at Glacier Bank Park. As Garner, 1 for 4 today, steps in. Great Falls out hitting the Range Riders once again, but the Range Riders outscoring Great Falls here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nobody warming up in the pen. It looks like it'll be Davis Pratt's, as there's a pitch clock violation on Cullinane. The count will go to 1-1. 1-1 goes the count. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. Garner sees a strike. Count goes to 1-2. Great crowd for a Wednesday here, especially day after the season opener. Sometimes you see a big drop, more than usual, just because everybody wants to go to the home opener, but not everybody thinks that there's a game the next day. And then by the weekend, obviously, the crowd comes back in full force, which, by the way, if you're free this weekend, head on out to the ballpark, 7:05 p.m. on Friday night, 7:05 p.m. on Saturday night. And don't forget, Sunday, Fun Day, Family Day at Glacier Bank Park. 1:05 p.m. all the games versus the Voyagers here at Glacier Bank Park. This is a base knock into center field by Carson Garner. Chance for 2. He's going to hold. He's thinking about that hustle double, Carson Garner was, but the 7th hit of the contest for the Range Riders ends up just being a single for Carson. 105 came clean off the bat. And Jake Millen to the plate. Millen trying to break out of a little bit of funk right now. Walk today, but he's 0 for 3. On-base percentage for him coming into the game was .513. Second on this squad behind Donovan Ratfield, as this is over to second. The spinorama throw for 1. The second one is in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play to end the frame. We head to the 9th. Davis Pratt coming out to try and finish off the save. Welcome back. Range Riders trying to survive here in the top of the 9th. It's a 6-3 lead over the Great Falls Voyagers. Range Riders closing in on their 100th matchup all time with their cross-state rivals, Great Falls. Only a 4-hour drive from here, but a drive that can get pretty hairy in the winter as we see a pinch hitter into the contest, which is kind of crazy. I hope Redahan's okay because Manacero steps into the contest. Redahan is 2 for 4 and the top batting average on the team, but they're bringing in Anthony Manacero. He made the defensive play that ended the bottom of the 8th inning. That is, hopefully this is just a strategic move, which doesn't make sense to me, but that's a lot better option, as that's called a ball. A lot better option for the Voyagers than it being anything more serious than that. Davis Pratt in, trying to close out the save. There's a called strike. 1 challenge remaining for Great Falls, I believe, and 2 for the Range Riders. Manacero, the 2-1 pitch. And that one called a ball. Challenge coming. Use it if you got it in the 9th, and the Range Riders have held on to 2. And it'll be overturned to a strike. Count goes to 2-2. 9th inning or key situations, it's kind of the only time when you use the challenges. A little bit earlier, official attendance tonight, 1,420 folks making their way out of the ballpark on this Wednesday evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes, pitch in. Did he go? Yes, he did. Tag applied to Manacero, and he's punched out, and if it was a strategic pinch hitting option, it did not work. 1 gone in the top of the 9th. Temisferi now stepping up to the plate. Temisferi, 0 for 3 this evening. Does have a walk. First pitch in from Pratt, low and away. Count goes to 1-0. Didn't really get to talk about Davis Pratt when he came in because of the weird situation. But Davis Pratt, a 1.59 ERA coming into this contest, does have a save because he pitched 3 innings against Great Falls to finish one of the blowout wins on opening night. 11 strikeouts, 6 walks, opposing batters hitting just 150 against as he hit the back of the helmet of Temisferi, and the speedy center fielder is on first. Pratt has shown a little bit of a streak of wildness. But has been able to survive, as you see a look back at that one. Plop on the top of the helmet there. 1 out. Top of the 9th inning. Temisferi on first. We'll see how long before he tries to take off. Of course, in a 1-run game last night, Great Falls maybe tried an ill-advised steal attempt and got caught. It was a bad moment to get your out. You never want to get a 9th inning out on the base paths. That's exactly what happened. 0-1 pitch in. Flared foul. Ricochets out near the third base batter's box. Over to Darren Ford, the hitting coach for this squad. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 9th inning. Tommy Specht, 0 for 3, walked to lead off last inning. The 0-2 pitch in. Popped it up, and it's foul again. .94 on that pitch, off the arm of Pratt. Loves to sport the high socks look. Originally from New Mexico is Davis Pratt. Finished up his collegiate career at Purdue. Temisferi's going. Bluffed on the swing and missed in the dirt, so safe at second is Temisferi. But again, that run doesn't necessarily matter all that much. Pratt just wants to prioritize taking care of action at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And that's a ball, low and in. No challenge. Count goes to 2-2. 80-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Missed low and in. 2-2 pitch into Specht from Pratt. And that one misses low. Challenge coming from Ratfield there. Not a bad challenge on it. And the Range Riders are down to 1 challenge remaining. After that one was confirmed a ball. Unsuccessful goes the challenge. But again, can't knock it. It's a punch-out pitch here in the 9th inning. And the Range Riders still have 1 in their back pocket. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Specht. And it missed up and away. Tying run will come to the plate here in the 9th inning. And drama as the sun sets at Glacier Bank Park. It is Ethan Ott. Not been easy for the Range Riders. Certainly not against this Great Falls squad who has shown a lot of poise after an opening series sweep against the Range Riders. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Swing and a miss as Ott wanted to tie the ball game. Swung out of his shoes and now will use his time to go and maybe re-chalk up, get a new bat. Something going on right here. Some sort of adjustment needed. Get a little extra pine tar on that bat on the grip as he, halfway through that swing, one of the hands completely slipped off. Probably was best for him that he didn't make contact with it. As you see, the purple clouds, cotton candy-esque over the top of the stadium. The 0-1, 1-out pitch into Ott. Called a strike, and Ott does not challenge. They have 1 in their back pocket. And the count goes to 0-2. That one right on the outer cut, but if it's not a decision pitch, Ott holds back from tapping the helmet. The 0-2 pitch from Pratt, home to Ott. Low and away, 94. Just pulled it a little bit. Count goes to 1-2 with 1 out. Range Riders got a great save from Jack Maruskin last night in a 1-run game. He threw a blank top of the 9th inning. Now Pratt trying to follow suit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit on the ground, foul. This Voyager squad not going away easy. Kid from New Mexico on the bump and a product of the University of New Mexico at the plate. Ott, the former Lobo, stands back into the right-handed batter's box. The 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 out pitch here with runners on first and second. Crowd wanted it. Ratfield couldn't get the call. And we play a little bit longer this at-bat to 2-2. Two-two pitch into Specht. Runner is going, and that one is called. Strike 3, and a challenge coming in. And Ott is punched out, and now will the runner need to go back to second? Todd Pratt's going to come and check on it. Say, hey, wait a minute. If he's challenging, and I do think that's the correct call, to leave the runner on third as Temisveri got the stolen base. For some reason, Specht was not on the same page with him. So they should have got a double steal, really, and put 2 in scoring position. But instead, Kyle Schmack steps to the plate, and the Voyagers are down to their final out. First pitch into Schmack. Schmacks the zone. And the count goes to 0-1. A 1 count, 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning. Range Riders 6-1 on the season, trying to push that to 7-1, but got to deal with number 27. Foul ball. Count goes to 0-2. And the Flathead faithful start to ring the applause a little bit louder. One strike away from continuing the best start in franchise history. Runners on the corners. 6-3 Range Rider lead. 0-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. Range Rider faithful letting them hear it. Pratt into Schmack. And it's a ball outside. Nowhere near. It looked good. Ratfield, that ball was a long way outside, but he pulled it back. And now we go 1-2, the count. Once more with runners on the corners in a 6-3 Range Rider lead. Schmack to receive. The pitch in. And that one is a called strike 3 and a challenge issued by the Voyagers. And it is overturned to a ball. So this game was over. And now Great Falls has 1 challenge remaining. Schmack, great time to challenge it. You got to there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see if Pratt can recover from a similar situation to Chavez, where you thought the game was over, and now a 2-2, 2-out pitch into Schmack. Late swing. He decided at the last minute to pull the trigger on that one, and it was a very good call because that one would have scraped the inside of the zone. And I'll tell you what, anything close, we're seeing head taps. Probably if the pitch is taken, I'm assuming you're going to see a head tap. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Pratt fires home to Schmack. Upstairs, and the throw won't even come to the plate. It's a wild pitch to score the runner. Temis Ferry scores, but it doesn't matter. Specht moves to second. That also necessarily is not a big deal. Obviously, the score goes to 6-4. But Pratt just needing 1 more strike. Will try and fire it near the zone to Kyle Schmack. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second in a 2-run game. The pitch home from Davis Pratt. And it's a ball 4 outside. The tying run moves to first base. Trey Cruz now. And what does Todd Pratt do? He will take the walk out to the mound. I think, to me, Davis Pratt just dealing with the fact that he got that punch out and then it got reversed, and you got to get your mind back into it. And he wants to finish this baby off, but with Jacob Hasty available out of the pen, Hasty will be the man to step in with the save opportunity. Pratt thought he had it with the punch out there right at the end, but instead had to watch ABS overturn the call. And now Jacob Hasty, stellar option for the Range Riders, will come in with 1 goal, and that's getting the left-handed bat of Trey Cruz out. Two outs, top of the ninth. Let's take another look at the league scoreboard while we wait for the warm-ups of Hasty to finish up here at Glacier Bank Park. Obviously some lopsided score lines in the Pioneer League today. In the bottom of the ninth in Ogden, they're down to their last couple outs, and they're going to need quite a bit more than the Voyagers do here. They are down by 24. It is 26-2. Missoula leads Ogden in Ogden. Billings leads Idaho Falls 16-6, but all the other games around the PBL, including this one, pretty tight. Modesto up 10-6 on Boise in Memorial Stadium in Boise, Idaho. The Yuba Sutter Freebirds up 4-2 on the Red Pocket Mobiles. And of course, this contest here, runners on first and second, 2 outs, top of the ninth inning, and Jacob Hasty coming in to pitch. This would be a 1-out save if he got it. First save opportunity for Hasty as he's ready to go, and Trey Cruz will be the batter to face. They're going to keep the lefty in there. 1 for 3 is Cruz with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Runners on first and second. Schmack representing the tying run. Cruz representing the winning run, and the pitch misses down low. Count goes to 1-0 for Hasty. Hasty spent collegiate seasons at LSU as well as 1 year at Missouri and 1 year at UT Arlington. The 1-0. Low and away. Can't imagine much more of a high leverage situation than this one for Hasty. Of course, you want to deal with the lefty in front of you because after this, it's Swenda who had an RBI knock his last time up. The 2-0, 2-out pitch. Swung on, it's a line drive to Logan Beard, and that's all she wrote. Range Riders continue the best start in franchise history. They are 7-1. Hasty gets the save, and the Range Riders keep on winning. We got a post-game interview for you, so don't go anywhere. Range Riders made it exciting late, but it's just home games. You got the fans in the building. Trey Cruz, a 2-0 line out to finish it. And the Range Riders, again, 7-1 to start the season. They will retain, at the very minimum, a tie for first place in the Pioneer League standings. Starting pitcher Jake Covey looks to be the man. After a phenomenal start, Covey will get to talk to the Flathead faithful for his first time. We'll send you down to Lauren and Jake on the field now.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Sometimes minor issues can turn into big problems the longer you wait. Hi, I'm Dr. James Cromie, General Surgeon at Logan Health. It's important to talk to your doctor if you notice any changes in your health. If surgery is part of the solution, we're here to help. Logan Health has the most comprehensive robotic surgery program in Montana, helping you to heal faster and get back to what you love.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Let's go over some of the stats of this contest. The Range Riders get the victory by a score of 6-4 here in Range Rider Stadium, Glacier Bank Park, Flathead Field, whatever you want to call it. Winning pitcher Jake Covey, who throws 6 innings, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks for Covey, while the losing pitcher ends up being Hernandez, as he gave up the lead that was never surrendered by the Range Riders. Save goes to Jacob Hasty. Threw that one out and fell behind 2-0, but Logan Beard was able to retrieve the 2-0 line drive that was sent his way. That is the ball game. Range Riders win, and they start this season now 7-1. Never before have a Range Riders squad had this record. We're going to take another quick break and come back and look around the league a little bit. Range Riders win this ball game 6-4. We'll be right back.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury corner suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back in. Range Riders win this ball game 6-4. They will hold on to the best record in the Pioneer League, and at very worst, be in a tie for that mark with the Modesto Roadsters, who, speaking of, just gained an 11-6 lead over the Boise Hawks in Boise, looking for their first road win ever as a PBL franchise. Missoula does finish off their contest versus Ogden, a 26-2 win over the Raptors. Long Beach earlier today beat Oakland 14-10. Billings, just a couple more outs before they finish off the Idaho Falls Chuckers. That game at 16-6. And the Yuba Sutter Freebirds with a 4-2 lead over the Red Pocket Mobiles. Red Pocket looking for their first victory of the season. They're down by 2. It might be tough to get it. That squad right now batting below 200 coming into the season. Yuba Sutter looking to get a big win. So a quick look at the standings through 8 games for some, 7 still for others. Range Riders, half-game lead right now on everybody else. A 7-1 record. Modesto looks to join them at 7-1 very shortly here. Billings will likely move to 6-2, while Boise will likely fall to 5-3. Long Beach up to 5-3. Yuba Sutter, if they hold on to that game, it'll be 5-3 themselves. Missoula's an even 500 at 4-4. And the bottom part of the PBL right now, Oakland, Ogden, Great Falls, Idaho Falls, and Red Pocket. Great Falls falls to 2-6 in this contest. We'll come at you a little bit, or once again tomorrow. Again, thank you for bearing with us on this stream. And a huge shout out to everybody that helped put this one together. Janelle and Ryan, who are all over the place on the sticks. And when you did see a picture, it was them. They also helped get that picture back. They do a phenomenal job, as well as Zach Hill, our cameraman here in the stadium, and back at the HTN headquarters, and as well as Aman and Christian and Kevin as well. And shout out Lucian as well, who was also on tech support, making sure this broadcast found some legs to it and found some pictures to show you for a Range Rider victory. We will continue working on it to make sure next time, tomorrow, we can get you all 9 innings. Again, I wasn't lying to you when I said we're working on it. We got it up. We made it happen. And now we're going to get better from here. We assure you. Thank you for tuning in today and throughout the season. Huge shout out to Vicky that runs the entire show. Our sideline reporter was Lauren Hill. PK is the comms manager here at Glacier and helps us all make this broadcast possible. For everybody here at the Glacier Range Riders in Glacier Bank Park, my name is Scott Gladstone. Range Riders win 6-4 and are off to the best start in franchise history. Please have a great rest of your evening and stay safe out there.